Okay, so we're here with Amir, the COO of Home Outside. We're about halfway through the Softeq Venture Studio, and so we thought we'd check in and see how things were going.
Awesome. Excited to be here. Just touched down in Houston an hour ago.
That's great. Welcome to town. Yeah, so we've been talking about venture, legal, marketing, IP protection, all kinds of different things. So was there anything so far that stood out to you in the first half of the studio that you felt was impactful for what you're doing?
I think you've done a great job overall of just providing the kind of building blocks that each venture needs to succeed. I've started 5 ventures over the past 20 years, and so this is not my first rodeo. But definitely, even for me, I came into it thinking, like, oh God, what am I going to really be able to learn from this? But I've been impressed by the quality of the team that you've brought together to deliver this content. Alexis, for example, just the presentation he gave on the kind of investor deck and a new look at a way to do that kind of takes a Hollywood approach. You're kind of like a Hollywood producer entertaining your investors in the presentation. Yeah. And that was very impressive. And I think the other thing that we've been thrilled with, and the highlight for us so far, has been working with the tech team in Europe and here. And it was really the missing ingredient for where we needed to get to in order to raise the money, to have some credible technology partner that has built similar stuff before, take this prototype and R&D that we've been doing for the last year and a half, develop a plan to commercialize it and make it real and just give us that kind of credibility. So the biggest highlight so far was taking, just the other day, we worked with one of your Unreal engineers. Yeah. And he took these plant kits that were just a concept for us last month and placed them in the Unreal Engine into a landscape. And it was like this mathematical model and like this beautiful landscape design meshing together. It was definitely the highlight for me so far. What
else are you looking to get out of the program as we head into demo day?
So there's a big question for us right now, which I really do want to talk to you more about after this interview at some point and get your feedback on. We're pivoting from a B2C SaaS model to, it looks like a kind of a B2B 3D configurator for the large companies that sell landscape products. And so we are in mid-course with some investors. So how to kind of transition with the folks we're already talking to, transitioning our financial model. We need some help with that. And so I think we're midway through this, going to have to go back and start from scratch on some things, and would love your support with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been working on your pitch decks, right? We've been working on your elevator pitch. Do you have your elevator pitch down yet?
Yeah, I definitely have something, although I was joking the other day that we're not in elevators anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Your Zoom pitch.
If someone asks me what's Home Outside, I say Home Outside is disrupting the $62 billion landscape industry. And we're doing that by bringing a B2B SaaS platform to the companies that are selling all these landscape products to inspire $250 billion worth of sales for them and transform 50 million US yards into thriving outdoor spaces that capture 60 billion pounds of carbon a year.
Oh, wow. So you have a sustainability angle to that as well.
For sure. For us, it's just a positive externality. It's not something we have to work extra to do. It's just that plants and trees capture orders of magnitude more carbon than grass, particularly grass mowed lawns, which you have to mow and use gasoline and so forth, which have their own footprint with it. So if we can replace some of the lawn with plants and trees, there's a big net impact there.
And you're doing that with augmented reality also, right?
We are, absolutely. We've found that 3D configurators boosting conversion rates by up to 40% for e-commerce companies. Consumers are now expecting to be able to see the products that they want to buy, not only in 3D, but in context. And in our case, we're showing them landscapes designed, visualized in their yard. So we think that's likely to inspire them to invest in their landscape.
That's great. Okay, anything else you might want to share off the top of your head?
I think this is a really exciting time for Softeq and the venture studio. I know you're just getting started, and we're proud to be part of your first cohort and grateful for being included in that.
Perfect. Those other 5 startups you did you attend any other accelerators at all, or this is your first time?
It was not an extended program, but there was a MIT incubator that I did right out of business school there. This is back in 2003. I don't know if the term was even around back then, but this is really the first thing of its kind that I've participated in.
Yeah, back when I started, there was really nothing available except for people that were retired businessmen that you could get advice from, but none of them were in the technology space. They were already retired in their careers and weren't really that valuable to me as a tech startup founder. Yeah. Thanks for rolling in and hitting the ground with an interview.
Yeah, my pleasure. I think that's very clever to be documenting this process as everyone's experiencing it. Are we all set?
We're all done.
Okay. And I do really want to talk to you about this B2B tool.